I'm feisty. Do I have something that says I'm a bum? Do I have something that says I'm desperate? Like, I think what happens with me is I'm a nice guy. And this happens, I know. And this happens to me my whole life. People think I'm nice, or they think I'm like weak or like desperate or something. And how do I tell people that they're really not on my level without insulting them? So I'm at the point where I might uninsult them. But people, I'm just getting of terrible offers lately. And it's like, oh, let's let Jamie do it. He's cool. No, I'm cool, but I'm not desperate. And so it's like, who the are you to make me such a shitty offer? Like, do you think I'm desperate? Do you think I'm desperate? So I want to do a whole series of people. They don't get it. They don't get it. So this rant might just be for people that don't get it. And I hope it takes off. They don't get it. It's disrespectful how people talk to me sometimes. And they do this to more than once to other people. But the amount of disrespect I face on a daily basis is enough to make me climb at the top of a tower. You understand? And somebody wrote the greatest comment I've ever got. Jamie Kennedy shouting out into the void of the internet, the only thing we have left. And it's really the only thing I have left. Because all I'm trying to do is get people in my comment sections to go, totally agree, bro. Totally agree. Hopefully they're not all bots. Because I don't know what to do. Like, these people are so they're dysfunctional, and the world is surrounded by there's so many dysfunctional fucking people in the world. And it's like, they don't get it, and I'm not going to argue with them anymore, because they actually think about this, what happens when you deal with a dysfunctional person. It's actually really mathematical and scientific. And it's true. Like, I used to have a really good friend. My name is Sandy. A great guy. Sandy, if you're seeing this, you should say, but he does certain things that piss me off, but he's a brilliant psychologist, even though he's not. Brilliant psychologist. And he says he's 100% correct. I should have him on my pod. God, he's good. I miss him, but we fight. He says, once people go over the cliff for you, Jamie, that car is just crashing and they're done. There's no recovering. They can never drive up the cliff. And it's true. Once people have gone over, they're dead to me. They're just dead. Once you cross a certain threshold, you're dead to me. Because I understand your lack of self-awareness is so bad. You would have to climb out of that car wreck bloody, praying for understanding. You understand? So what is it with these people? Why? And he said, but what you talk about is what you concentrate on. And he gave me a brilliantly harsh lesson. Oh, man, it was tough. I was having a movie, Kicking It Old School. I worked so hard on it. It came out. Fucking the audiences loved it, but it just bombed. It cost me $1.5 million. I thought I was going to make $7 million. It was a whole fucking to-do, right? And I'm like, this is my beginning of my Tyler Perry empire. And he's like, and then I started saying, well, this guy had a bomb. This guy had a bomb. And they keep getting chances. And this guy had a fucking bomb. Why am I the one who's persecuted? And he said to me, all you're doing is putting out why it's not working for you, that these people shouldn't get it, and instead of you should be putting out how you can figure out the next one. And basically, he really educated me, because he's like, you're reinforcing the victim and negative thing. It's like, yeah, man, it was not the right way, didn't turn out the way you wanted, but you're just keep it alive by complaining about it all the time. I was bitter for like 2 years. And anyone will tell you to make a movie and all the process, and you do it, and it comes out and it dies in 3 minutes, and reviews and all this shit. It's fucking brutal. When it works, it's why when it works, it works. It's why people are doing cocaine off people's asses till 7 a.m, because it's a lot of work. So if they want to do a bump off someone's ass, you let them. What can I tell you is that he really was really genius in that. And at that point, I had to swallow a hard pill and try to change my outlook, and it took me some time to be like, stop comparing, and it's hard. We all do it, right? But my biggest takeaway from him was that whatever you focus on is the reality. So if I'm arguing to make a $50,000 movie, I might as well argue to make a $50 million movie, because it's the same amount of energy. And so you might as well go for the best. And it's such the truth, man. I can't tell people this enough. I'm not going to argue. I'd rather argue for a $20,000 gig instead of a $1,000 gig. Do you know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, I don't have to argue for the $20,000 gigs. None of that money is going to change my life. Maybe 5 million is the first number that kind of changes my life a little bit. But I'm in a good place. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it would actually nothing. It's 10 million maybe, but it's like I've done enough and I have enough. Doesn't mean I don't want more, but there's that many of hundreds of thousands are not going to change my life. It's not going to, I'm just going to store it. So, and I've worked hard to get that. So what am I trying to tell you is that if you argue with people and they bring you down to their level, that's a real thing. Like you're like have these high beliefs and you're trying to do things the correct way. And then they argue with you and they literally take you down. So now you're in this mud pit of slinging and uncomfortability. And you're like, why am I here? Like this, I'm trying to raise you up, but they're so insecure. Their ego's all fucked up. And you're like, So at that point, the old me, Sandy told me, he's like, dude, you got to stop doing that because you're just slinging mud back and forth. You're not getting anywhere. He's like, you just got to literally say, okay, be healthy. They don't get it. Cut your losses and move on. And it took me too much time to figure that out. But now I have. I mean, I've known it before, but it's true because I love fucking being right and telling people and teaching people and being like, you're just grow, you know. But at what cost? The cost of myself, right? And so that's why I'm telling you guys these things because A, it's good content, B, it's therapeutic for me, and C, I can't waste my time with people that are literally bricks, like they're blockheads. So I tell it to you guys, you know, guys will go, damn, okay, we see it. People are blockheads. It's the same people that, you know what? It's just like everyone's fucking croaking. They're like, well, maybe it's fructose corn syrup. Okay. So you don't fucking argue with people in a shitty, you're just never going to get anywhere. You just have to kind of ghost them or walk away and then they'll just, you know, these hard lessons people need to learn. So here's one I didn't respond to, but I was triggered right away. But I keep stuff like this because it's just fascinating for the human nature. And I was triggered, and my first reaction is to go crazy on people, but, you know, doesn't go well. So let me get this. So I get a fucking email. I get these emails. I got to change my email address. People email me stuff. This is from somebody, and it says, greetings. This is in the summer. We hope all is well and that you're enjoying the summer. It's an unsolicited person. I don't know who this person is. We wanted to reach out as I put together a TV series, which is a mix between Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is it? Workaholics, and Seinfeld. Really? So you pick 3 hit shows, blended into an attitude of being brutally honest, offensive, and has a flared tribute to older movies and punk rock music. My co-creator, blah, 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 will be meeting with Credible Streaming Network in September, as well as ITV Australia. A credible streaming network. Oh, whip, yippee. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A credible streaming network. What the fuck does that mean? And what's the name? Who's the person? And you understand, I know everyone. Like, again, so this is an amateur. Oh, boy. We're going to meet with a distributor of DVDs. Oh, boy. Like, already you're showing me what an amateur you are. We just completed a sizzle reel. Great. That's a sales tool, which is good to do. Congratulations. Which I will attach as an additional scene for you. Oh, thank you. In addition, we have a 10 episodes plan. It's a good plan. And we wanted you to extend an invite to Jamie to see if he'd be interested in being a guest star. Oh, a guest star. Okay. In one of our later episodes, he would have a bit role. Okay, so you're going with a credible streaming network and a bit role in an episode like employee at the water park. This is their pitch to me. He would have a bit role, employee at the water park, or a reoccurring character such as manager of the 4 main cast members who work at Applebee's. Oh, boy. Yes. We would love to have Jamie on board for this potential opportunity to get the series signed with one of the most prestigious networks in the world. Some other actors, musicians who have spoken to be on the show as well are less than Jake, Christopher Mintz-Place, Lorenzo Lamas, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, and Mr. T. Some of the people we've spoken to might be interested in the show are Chris Mintz-Please, Lorenzo Lamas, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, and Mr. T. Some of the other characters and actors we've spoken to that might be interested are Christopher Mintz-Please, Lorenzo Lamas, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, and Mr. T. Please feel free to reach out on blah, blah, blah. We could also send you another version of the sizzle. Thank you. Looking forward to hearing from you. Do I have shit in my mouth written on my face? Do I have I'm desperate for a crack pipe written on my face? I work with David O. Russell. Okay. Baz Luhrmann, Wes Craven. Really beautiful roles that you can see on film forever in amazing movies. I've been in 2 Oscar-nominated, I think 1 Best Picture winner. I'm part of the Scream universe, the Mask universe, the Tremors universe, and I've also done, movies that have gone straight to Pakistan Redbox. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, we would love to have Jamie on board for this potential opportunity to get into series signed with one of the most prestigious networks in the world. Yes. Yes. I can't even answer this. These people have no credits. Completely fucking, I'm just telling you this shit because it's fascinating to me. And maybe I'm wasting my time by even explaining it to you. But it's like, would you come to Leo with this? Because you can't get to Leo. Unfortunately, you got to me. And I can change that very quickly. But, you can say, you're not Leo. I'm your Leo, bitch. I'm your Leo, bitch. That's the issue. And it's like, what? Like, yes. And by the way, I love all those guys I mentioned. But I love them all. But great. Basically, what this person is saying, who has no fucking credits, is they made a sizzle tape for an idea which a bunch of people I don't fucking know, but yet they want me involved in a bit part to co-sign them. So you're going to use my name and all of my history and what I bring, right, or in my comedic, and I'm going to jump on board with you in hopes that you get with this magical invisible streaming network with no name and with no person I know, and hopefully I'll get a bit part. And I'll let you keep all the points, even if it wasn't credible, and all of the credit, and I won't take a producer credit or a sales credit or anything, and I'll just be happy with my bit part. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Fucking community college. Fucking from Kansas? Where the fuck are you from? Are you a Mongo? I'm tempted to put these names out there. These are the type of offers I've been getting lately. Do you understand? Do you understand why I am the way I am now? I'm going to give you one more quick one. Do you understand why? Because here's the situation. I'm accessible. And that problem is that I am accessible. So that means the problem is that dumb people think they can talk to me without being respect. It's like this. It's just people that they don't respect, they don't understand, they have no awareness or respect you. And they may say, I respect, but they don't understand how much they're being disrespectful. So it's just a matter of how comfortable are you with fucking fighting back with people. And that's where I'm at. Like, I never wanted to do that, but I might have to do it. I might have to just make some enemies because of how disrespectful people are. It's like, how can I say it? Like, we live in a place where if people think they can talk to you, they think they can just take advantage of you. And they'll say, I didn't mean any disrespect or anything like that. But it's like, what? Think about what you're doing. Think about this person. Think about what they've done. They don't. Most people don't think that way. It's like when I go to a con, right? And I love cons, but I'll go to a con and sometimes I'll have a line and I will never end the whole weekend. And other times it will be dead ass empty. And what's worse is there will be people with huge lines. So your ego gets checked. But it's, it's okay. You understand where you're at, why you're there. And for me, it's like, I love, the money's fantastic. I do love meeting with people and the interactions with the fans. I make content. And it's like a way to keep me relevant in that world. And there's amazing offers. But one of the things that'll happen at the con, and this happens a lot, where I call it fried fish, where you'll be sitting there, you'll have no line, and you're literally like this, and you're a piece of fried fish, and there's a light. It's like being at Rally Burger. Rally Burger, they don't really make a good fried fish. Maybe they do, but like you don't go to Rally's Burger it's called Rally Burger, not Rally Fish. So the fried fish is over there, and it's been sitting there all day. And somebody might go, how much for that fried fish? I don't know. How's your fried fish? I've been eating the burger line. The burgers are sold out. Everyone wants the burger. But the fried fish, how much for that piece of fish? You're not really known for your fish. And so you literally sit there and you go, why am I doing this? I'm questioning my existence or whatever. And there are people that, again, go to cons because they need the money. And I'm fortunate. I don't need the money. I mean, I always want more money, like any human. But I don't need it. Like, I can survive. But I go because money is one part of it. But I like being out. I like being with people. Exciting. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it's growing. So during that whole thing, people will come up to you. And if you don't have a line, they'll go, can I ask you a question? Now, this is barring people that don't have Asperger's. There's nothing wrong with Asperger's, but people do have it. And I have my own versions of whatever. And so they don't understand social stuff. And I get that. And you're like, okay. And then be like, what was it like when you were filming Scream 2 and you died? And I'll ask you a detailed question. And I'll be nice and I'll try to answer it. But then they're like, okay. And then can you tell me? And they start. And the next thing you know, you're in a full-on fucking love relationship with this random person who came up because there's no blockers. Now, anyone will tell you that, oh, they don't mind doing that. Everyone hates that. I'm just telling you that. They're not going to tell you that. They hate it. It's called a drive-by. It's called a window shopper. And so my whole thing is ask one question. Oh, thank you so much. And then go to the next thing. But when you sit there and you're tired and people are there and you're feeling self-doubt about yourself and you're all this stuff, and people just start asking you questions, these random people, and they take your time, that is not respectful to you. And that's what I feel like with these offers. There are the people that will walk by the table and look at you as a piece of fried fish and think because you're having a fried fish moment that you are fried fish. The difference with me is I am filet mignon and I have fried fish moments. I don't play the filet mignon game, but I can. And all the people that you think filet mignon, some of them are, but a lot of them are hiding a lot of bullshit. So there's nothing I can say to you people. But you have problems. And so I think I have to start a movement. I'm going to do a shirt that says, I'm not fried fish. This would be such a good hoodie. I'm not fried fish. Thank you for listening to this rant. It feels good. If it gets views, I'm going to put a lot more like I'm out. Like, subscribe. Be good to the fish. Peace.